Rock stars. There's literally nothing like those wild parties. All I did was drink and party and go to rock concerts.
So I got VIP access to a certain very hot rock star's room.
This was getting a little intense for my liking.
What's your problem?
Okay.
Look, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you're no better than the rest of us.
Hey, come on, you gotta go. I'll call you.
Hey, what would you say if I were to tell you that rock stars like Terry would pay for your attention and you would be a multi-millionaire because of it?
Yes. Yes. Your boy, Heaven Hollywood. Make sure you hit the like button coming through the door. Make sure you are following us on Twitch and subscribe. I need 2 more subscribers to get to 70. Hit that subscribe on twitch.tv/Heaven Hollywood and then subscribe for the live content, the exclusive content. Hold on here. Boom. Put a 1 in the chat. You can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Yes. What up? What's up, darling? So, we got Iceman coming. Some leaks last night. I'm gonna talk about some of them leaks. Why does Drake keep getting leaked? Like, allow a leak 24 hours before the album drops. All right, if it's one joint, okay, I get it. There was 6 leaks, bro. 6. There was 6 leaks. Nicki Minaj Time magazine breakdown. I got a video dropping about that. Probably about 12 o'clock, somewhere in there. She did an interview with Time magazine. I'm going to break down the whole interview for you in less than 10 minutes. Not going to take me that long. And Cardi B, I guess, with a little damage control, she said, "Oh, ain't nobody never argue with their baby daddy when they hungry." I don't think y'all was arguing about being hungry, but I digress. Of course, I wasn't there, so I can't tell you what exactly y'all were arguing about, but that didn't look like you was arguing because you was hungry. Right? It looked like you was arguing because he was thirsty. So, Iceman tonight, y'all make sure if you're following me on the IE Network on YouTube or on Twitch, twitch.tv/Heaven Hollywood, or if you're just on Twitter, just listening, welcome to the show. Good morning. So, last night, there was some leaks. There was some talk about Joe Button. Now, there may not have been some tea revealed there. You know, Drake said something about smashing Joe Button girl. Now, I wonder whether if it's the new girl, that thick one with that big ass rack, Drake, you a sly dog. Now, I don't know whether he's talking about her. If that's who he's talking about, yeah, Joe Button got some problems. Joe Button got some problems. If he's talking about smashing Joe Button's current girl, But I think he set the record. I don't know which one of his bubble tings he led through the double gates. So it could have been a girl that used to mess with Joe. It could have been a Joe side chick. You know what I mean? Could have been one of Joe's side chicks. We're gonna find out who he talking about. Or was it an ex-girl of Joe's? You know what I mean? Was it an ex-girl? Was it a Aisha Diaz or a Tahiri again? But he said he sent her back to him. Now remember, Joe Button, him and his girl, I think they are like swingers. I think Joe and his girl is swingers. So it could have been one of the people he, that Joe and his girl swing with. Who knows? Right? I know that Drake and Joe are Eskimo brothers. So who knows? But this is only T if it's his main chick. Because that's the one he be giving his money to. That's the one he be splurging on. That's the one he's in the relationship with. Right? So if it's him, if it's his main chick, that is the only way it's gonna be T, in my opinion. It's not gonna be if it's his baby mama, Sin Santana. It's not gonna be if it's Tahiri. Like none of them other broads matter to me. Because if it's anybody else other than his current chick, we don't know about this girl. Right? So to me, and Darius said he don't think them leaks gonna be on the album. I disagree. You know why? Because he kept mentioning Iceman. He kept mentioning Iceman. Now the 1 a.m. in Albany, that's definitely gonna be on there. That's a timestamp record. The 1 a.m. in Albany, that sounds just like a Drake type record. And because it sounds so current, I don't know if he's gonna make that type of record with those type of bars and message and not put it on Iceman. So we're gonna see. I hope you're right. I hope all of those songs that were leaked, I hope none of them are on Iceman. I hope they were just songs that he believes just to get people pumped up, and then the real joint comes out tonight at midnight. But here is what I'll say about those leaks. Now, I love bars. I love the bars. That's the first thing I'm going to concentrate on. I only have two issues with Drake's leaks. One, this is going to be like the fourth song you mentioned LeBron. All right? I've had enough. Enough. Like the LeBron takes, you pretty much are going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. If you're not going to be out there naming chicks that he smashed, right? If you're going to come out there and say, oh, ask so-and-so, she knows about time in Toronto and blah, 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 blah. Like, if he's not going to be out here dropping names of the chicks that he say LeBron smashed, then it's really no use. This is the fourth or fifth song that you're pretty much telling us the whole thing, the same thing. LeBron switched up. We get it. We get it. He switched up. He's a POS in your mind. We get it. But how's LeBron James supposed to respond back? Are you going to play him one-on-one? No. Is he going to battle you on the mic? No. So how does LeBron James respond back? You keep putting out these diss records at LeBron. LeBron don't rap. I'll challenge Drake to a one-on-one. One-on-one to 11. I'll give him 7-point head start. I mean, what's LeBron supposed to say? So I think the LeBron angle is a little played out now. It's like enough, enough of LeBron, right? The second thing is these songs sound like so. Even though again, the bars were incredible. Drake, when he gets in that bag of when he gets upset, he reminds me a lot of Jay. He reminds me a lot of Jay Z because it's like Jay Z upset and Jay Z annoyed is the best Jay Z we gonna get. Drake, when he's annoyed and upset, that's when he spits his best bars. But it sounds like something I've heard, but diplomatic immunity. The other they sound Tuscan. It sounds like joints I heard before, and that's why I have an issue. The bars are fresh. The bars are fire. He had a lot of references in those bars. The bars are fire, but the songs are sounding alike. They're sounding like Drake songs I've heard before. And that's going to be an issue. I'm telling you, that's going to be an issue with a lot of people. I'm already seeing people. I'm thinking that I'm gonna see people out here like, yeah, Drake. And I'm seeing a lot of people like, oh, same old, boring, same old flow. Talk about the same thing. And then that court thing really hurt him. The court thing really hurt him because he didn't win it. Now, if he would have sued and won, and like, see, there's a method to my madness. The reason why I was suing because of this, you can see why I was suing in the end. But when you got the judge pretty much telling you this is bogus, and you got your record label pretty much saying, we did the same thing for you. You wasn't complaining about us when we hit you up with that 500 million, and you wasn't complaining about us when you the number one streamer. Whoop, 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 whoop. But now you want to complain now. So if he would have won the lawsuit, then you could say, listen, I had a justifiable means for suing. But you didn't win the lawsuit. And now you're back dissing Kendrick again. You're back talking about his height again. We get it. He's short. He's a little guy. He got size 7 steppers. How you stepping with a size 7 man's on? We get it. We get it. But you told us in the Heart 6 that you was done battling Kendrick because he won't come with the truth. So in the Heart 6, that to me, that should have been it. That should have been it. I shouldn't hear any more junk about Kendrick unless he says something else about you. And I have no problem. I knew Cole was gonna get a shot. I have no problem with Cole getting a shot. I have no problem with Khaled getting a shot if they say Khaled's getting a shot. I have no problem with Joe Button getting a shot, or if you're gonna take a shot at Charlemagne or somebody like that. I get it. But that's like if I'm fighting somebody, right? And they whoop my ass. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to fight no more, man. I don't want to fight no more. You got it. And then, a year later, you walk up on a person, yo, what's up? What up? What up? Like, dog, I whooped your ass already in front of everybody. Like, what do you mean, what up? I'm not thinking about you no more. And like I said, the rhymes are hot, the bars are fly, but I don't really know how much they're going to hit because you said you were done battling. Same thing you said with Pusha T. You said after Pusha T made those comments about your friend, you didn't feel like battling no more. So why am I saying I gotta get that nigga back? It's non-negotiable. What do you mean you gotta get him back? You said it was done. You said it was over. I mean, if somebody tells me it's over, it's over. What you gonna say it's over and then plan a sneak attack? It's not like you said in the battle, this ain't never gonna be over. What? Okay, then if I'm Kendrick or somebody, I'll know. But you said in the Heart Six, matter of fact, I don't even want to battle you no more. So to me, that should be it. But we come back here with songs still talking about your heartbreak because of these niggas. F these niggas. As I keep saying, man, you F these niggas. Like you not taking the mentality of F these ninjas. They gonna see once they no longer get the Drake stimulus package. That should have been the idea I took. Let's see where these niggas end up. You still sounding hurt. You still sounding hurt. Still talking about LeBron, 23, LeBron proved that, and I hate to talk about LeBron because that's my guy, but LeBron pretty much proved that he didn't want to be seen in LA not going up for Kendrick. So that's why, in my opinion, he was dancing and carrying on that night. He probably figured, oh, Drake understand. So LeBron didn't want to be looked upon as, oh, you in LA. How you in LA and you ain't rooting for Kendrick? So where I'm glad Drake is rapping, trust me, I'm glad he's rapping. But I know I'm not so sure, and his bars are incredible. I'm not so sure that this is what I wanted to hear on Iceman. I wanted one. I said, see, these dudes don't never listen to me. I said I want one record addressing everything, not even necessarily Kendrick, but addressing how he felt after giving so much to the game of hip hop for all those years and working with all those black artists and even coming out and saying, how come I never get any credit for a black artist doing this, that, and the third? He already made a notion that he wanted to be embraced more as a black artist. Talk about how that makes you feel, how you feel betrayed by the hip hop community. And yeah, give J. Cole a shot. Give Khaled a shot, because they deserve a shot. I don't even know why the hell you back with Future. Because Future's the one who started all this crap. By allowing this dude to get on your record and throw shots at you. Future could at least let Drake know, like, yo, this dude is on the record throwing shots at you, my nigga, my G. Yeah, Charlemagne said that Future's on the album. Charlemagne also said at least Cal G's on the album. He also said that people getting shots, right? So far, he's been right. Now, I haven't heard the DJ Khaled shots, but he said ASAP Rocky and Khaled's getting shots. So we'll see. We haven't heard that yet. But Joe Button mentioned a month ago that he heard that there was a record about him, but he heard it wasn't coming out. So whoever said, I think Darius said he don't think them records are on the album. You might be right, because Joe Button said he got the word that the songs made about him wasn't coming out. So maybe they were unreleased songs that wasn't going to be on the album and he let people hear. Now, if he did that, okay, I'm cool with that. But out of those 6 leaks, I really don't want none of it on Iceman, because you're going to take away from the mystique. You're going to take away from the element of surprise. Every single time Drake dropped, we got some problem with some damn leaker. Like, bruh, either fix your camp or whatever you doing in the engineer. Only allow yourself to get a copy. The engineer can't get a copy no more. Like, why did your shit always get leaked, bruh? Taylor Swift shit don't get leaked. I don't ever hear no Taylor Swift song 2 days early or a day early. You know what I mean? I ain't never heard a Nicki Minaj song get leaked. Not that I know of. When she got an album coming out, I don't think I've ever heard, we got this song early, or it's going to be about this, that, and the third. If I'm making a mistake, let me know. I don't ever remember anybody leaking her records, but everybody else I do remember got leaked. So if there's an issue with leaks, it's got to be coming from inside your camp. The call is coming from inside the house, sir. The call is coming from inside the house. If they correct, there was 6 leaks last night. The damn album is 24 hours away. What the hell are you doing with 6 leaks? Well, again, Darius said they're probably trying to check the temperature. Okay, and again, if that's what they're doing, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If that's what they're really doing, I'm okay with that. But if these songs are on Iceman, my G, you shooting yourself in the foot. You shooting yourself in the foot because if people listen, especially black people, see, white people are still buying. Black people, I know I can speak for myself. If there's a way that I can get something free, that's like now when I want to stream something, I'm not going to Spotify and paying no money. I'm going right to YouTube and find it. That's just the way it is. I don't give millionaires money anymore. That's just me. Once Prince died, that was it. I wasn't giving no more artists any money. So if there's a way I can get it for free, I'm gonna get it for free. So if these leaked songs are really on Iceman, what the hell do people need to stream them 6 songs for? They could just go to Twitter and replay it whenever they want. What's up, Journey? Oh, Journey and Rick. I respect that. I respect that, Journey and Rick. I respect that. I'm not gonna do it, but I respect anybody that says I'm not listening to leaks because I respect the artist. I respect that. You a better man than me when it comes to that. But me, I'm probably a little older than you, and the amount of money that I've spent on records in my life, a lot of y'all will never see that amount. The amount of money that in my lifetime that is I've already spent enough for a lifetime with just Prince and Michael Jackson alone. When I add up I swear to God, if I add up the amount of money I spent on Prince, it has to be well over 100,000. Well over. Because I bought every single album twice. I bought one to play and I bought one as a collector's item that I'm going to leave my kids when I'm not here. So I got every single Prince album now, and I have a copy of it. Then you got to tack in, you were buying records back then. You were buying albums back then. Who do you really think is featured? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you exactly who it is. Journey of Rick. Have I 21 times? 21 times in my lifetime. God bless the dead. God bless to the GOAT. Rest in peace to the GOAT. 21 times. And I paid, out of those 21 times, I paid 20 times. I got one show for free. I don't remember how I got it, but I got one show for free. So I paid to see him 20 times in my life. You know how many times I paid to see Purple Rain in the theater? 31 times. I saw the movie Purple Rain 31 times. I paid in the movie theater. Now, of course, back then, movie prices wasn't what they are now. Now, let's not forget, some of those times that I saw him live was out of the state. So I traveled. So I had to pay for my travel to see him. When I was living in New York, I went down to Virginia and saw him. I went down to Florida and saw him. I saw him in Atlanta. So I had to pay all those times. And then I think I saw him once in Michigan. Me and the cat lady saw him. So then I had the purple coat. I had the little red Corvette coat. I had the 1999 coat. I got the 1999 coat made. So I had to pay somebody to make that. Then back then, the singles was sold separately. They would put the singles out first and then the album. So I would buy the singles separately. Yeah, the Michael Jackson, I mean, that was like surreal. Like you sit there when you see Michael Jackson live, it's like you have to sit there for like 15 minutes. Like, am I really see? It was so much different back then because you didn't have social media, so you couldn't see them every day, right? You didn't see them. The only times you saw celebrities back then was most of the time in concert. You rarely bumped into them. And I was in New York. I didn't bump into no celebrities on the street. So it's like surreal. Like, am I really looking at this? Is Michael Jackson that I be watching on the award shows and on the MTV videos? You have to sit there like I really can't believe that that's really Michael Jackson in front of me. I felt that way with Madonna. I was stunned for like the first 30 minutes. Like, this is really Madonna? But when I seen all them people dressed up like Madonna, that shit freaked me out. I was in Shea Stadium. It was 50, 60,000 people. And all the girls was dressed like Madonna. You turn around, this shit was surreal. Like, oh my God. It's like we was being invaded by a bunch of Madonnas. Little girls, they mamas, they sisters. I was like, yo, this shit is wild. I mean, Madonna was like a phenomenon. Like, the people I see now, the people like, oh yeah, Taylor Swift. Man, please. I've never seen anything like Madonna 1990. The only thing that compared to that was Michael Jackson. Madonna 1990, she's the only artist that was out to me at the same time that was able to look Michael Jackson in the eye and be like, I'm right here. The 1990 Madonna 89 from 89 to 92, she was the second biggest artist, and she was very much compared to Michael Jackson. Madonna's peak is like nothing I've seen other than Michael Jackson. Not even Beyonce. Not Taylor Swift either. The Madonna peak, man, not even Prince. And that's my guy. Boy Wonder and all of the other hit makers on the album. Yeah, so, and again, Journey of Rick, let me tell you, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I will tell you, like I said, I've seen everybody at least once. I've seen everybody at least once live. I'm not talking about on TV. I'm not talking about on a concert on YouTube or whatever. I'm talking about live and in person. I've seen everybody at least once, except Drake. I've never seen Drake live. I've seen Michael. I saw Michael Jackson 3 times, and then I saw him. I saw him 3 times. I saw him twice, 4 times. I saw him twice by himself, and then 2 times as the Jackson 5. Like I said, I've seen Prince 21 times. I've seen New Edition 15 times. Those are my guys. I've seen Beyonce twice. No, I've seen Beyonce once. Sorry, seen Beyonce once. Destiny's Child once. So it's kind of like twice. Beyonce once by herself, once with Destiny's Child. I've seen Nicki Minaj 4 times. I've seen Cardi B 2 times. I've seen Megan Thee Stallion 2 times. I've seen Rihanna 4 times. I've seen Janet Jackson 7 times. I've seen Madonna 2 times. Cyndi Lauper 3 times. I love Cyndi Lauper concerts. Bon Jovi 1 time. I've seen everybody. Jay-Z 5 times. I've never saw Kanye. I've never saw Kanye because that's my other one. I've never, matter of fact, the 3 people, Kanye, Eminem, Drake, those are the only 3 I've never seen. Which is a shame. I should have seen Eminem by now. But I've seen everybody perform. Now, as I got up in age, got older, and it was in the 2000s, I stopped paying because I got a media press pass. Not a lot of people can get a associated press pass. So I stopped paying for concerts around 2002, 2003 when I got the media pass, and I just flashed the media pass and got in as media. So I really stopped paying around then. I haven't paid for a concert in years. But concerts now aren't as fun as they were back then. Like back then was an experience. I've seen Chris Brown twice too. I've seen Usher 4 times. Mary J. Blige 3 times. I even saw Saba Ranks once. I've seen Buster twice. I've seen Diddy twice. I've seen Lil Kim twice. I've seen Foxy once. Never saw Tupac. I saw Biggie. But I don't want to lose track too much. But Drake, listen, I want Iceman to be a success. I already said I believe it's going to do between 525 and 600K. All right. I think between 525 and 600K. If it does more than that, he's just the GOAT. If he does more than 600K at this current time, I might put him over Jay. Might. Jay's the GOAT, in my opinion. I don't know if I put him over Jay, but maybe I'll put him over Rakim. Because right now I got Jay, Rakim. I don't know. Maybe I got to move Drake into my top 5 first before I start talking crazy. I got Jay. I got Rakim second. I got Nasty Nas third. I got Eminem fourth. And I think I had Pop fifth. No. Sorry. I have LL Cool J, Jay, Rakim, LL, Nas, Eminem, Pac, Big. I just did my list the other day. 8, Wayne. I had Wayne 8. I think I had like Big Daddy Kane 9. And I may have had Drake 10. Right? I had Drake 10 right now. Right now, Drake is 10. If he comes out in 2026 and drops an album in this current times, and drops an album and does more than 600K, I might have to move him to my top 5. Because that's crazy. In the time with streaming, in the time with leaks, in the time when Billboard is changing they rules every other day. If Drizzy Drake come out here and do 600K or more, man, listen. In 2026, after being taken down in the battle, after Kendrick in the height of the battle came out and only did what, 300? How much did Kendrick do on GNX? Do I plan on seeing Drake next round? I'm gonna be honest, Darius. I love Drake as an artist, but I'm really not interested in seeing him live. I'm not interested in seeing him live. To me, he wouldn't be interested in me. I honestly think I would fall asleep on the Drake show. He actually was more exciting when he first came out. He moved around more. He was jumping, hopping all up on the stage, bending his hand back. Remember the bend your hand back, Drake? That's when Drake used to rap like that. That's when I was like, okay, I'll go see this dude live. Now he just like walks around. He don't bend his hand back no more. You know what I mean? He used to be much more exciting. Now I know he's a little older, he's a little bigger now, but I don't think that I would be interested. And now if somebody get, I don't know. I don't think I'd be interested in seeing him, but I'm definitely interested in hearing his music. Now Jay-Z, oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Megan Thee Stallion, I'll be there. I don't like Megan Thee Stallion's music. Like I don't buy her records. But when she's live, if I got a chance to see her live, it's just like if I have a chance to hear her freestyle. I'm gonna go listen to her freestyle before I go listen to her music. But if they was like, yo, Megan Thee Stallion is coming, yo, I'm there. Because Megan Thee Stallion puts on an amazing stage show. She's definitely, out of all the female rappers I've seen, she's definitely in the top three as far as performing. She's not Missy, of course. She ain't Missy. But Megan can perform her ass off. And even though half the songs she does, I'm not really familiar with, like, I can get into her live. And the thing I like about Megan, I said it before, is, you know, I've seen Cardi live, and by the end of the show, Cardi was exhausted. Like, she couldn't even really say her raps. I've seen women lose it. Stamina. I've seen Nicki do that. I've seen Cardi do it. Megan Thee Stallion, like when she leave the stage, she's just like how she is when she first came on. Like her stamina, breath control, all that shit is immaculate. Immaculate. Now I know that's got to do with her being in the gym and working on breath control, but it's like she performed for an hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half, and when she leaves the stage, she looks like she did when she came on. I'm like, damn, this chick don't get tired. She got a lot of endurance. I feel sorry for whoever in the bedroom with her. That's probably why she has such a high sex drive. She's probably never satisfied. These Negroes probably can't go the distance. She got a lot of endurance. And she put forth a lot of effort, and the way she manipulates her tracks on stage is fire. Like I love the way she uses her own voice as, as an ad lib, as her breath control. Like instead of having a breath man up there with her, she used her own ad libs to give her the breath, the breaks. And I thought that when I first heard that, I'm like, wait a minute. She like made an ad lib track. What she does is she pre-records her ad libs for an entire show. So instead of like how Busta Rhymes got Spliff Star and how Chuck D had Flavor Flav and how dudes will go on stage and they'll have guys, no, 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 taking their breath for them. Megan Thee Stallion will go and record a pre-recorded track of just ad libs. I was like, damn, that's fire. Now, Nicki Minaj did a Time magazine, and like I said, I'm coming out with a video of this. Nicki Minaj did a Time magazine interview. And once again, everything that I told y'all about Nicki Minaj, about MAGA, about, this, if you want to say gag order or whatever the case may be, about her always being a conservative, about most people being conservative. Not it has nothing to do with most people being Trump supporters, but most of those celebrities were Republicans. It's only that when Donald Trump came, he's like double Republican. Like Republicans and MAGA are two different people. It's just that he came in office and his administration is called MAGA. But most of these celebrities have been Republicans. And what did she say in her interview? She's been a Republican for many years, but she was afraid to say it because she didn't want to alienate her fan base. Now, if I'm a true fan of Nicki Minaj, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because now you feel as though there's a level of phoniness to you. When all this time I'm thinking, hey, she's being 100 with the barbs, but I brought this up in my tweet. I said, but Nicki Minaj has always done that. She did that with the bisexual thing. When she first came out, signing the girls' boobs and said, oh, I'm only signing girls' titties and I'm only signing with autograph for women. And she had people believing that she was a part of the LGBTQ community because she knows that's a big part of her fan base. But Nicki Minaj is no bisexual. Nicki Minaj has never been into women. Now, I know that rumor about the whole thing with Remy Ma, whatever. Me personally, since she's been Nicki Minaj, I have not heard of her, back then. Let's just play devil's advocate and let's just say that was her, right? Ever since she's been Nicki Minaj, I've never heard about Nicki with a woman. I've never heard a rumor. There's never been a woman that came forth and said, oh, yeah, I messed with Nicki Minaj. What up? What up? Who's that? Hey, you know what I mean? Hold on. Let me look online. So I've known that she was not into women like that, right? If that was her, that Nicole from the Bronx, if that was her, she was just trying a certain image. Let's not forget, she is a theater student. She is a theater student. She, originally a theater student. So if that Nicole from the Bronx was her, I believe she was just cosplaying at the time because again, she's a theater student. I don't think that Nicki Minaj has ever been into women, but I think that she saw what the majority of her fan base was, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna at least play both sides. Nicki gotta be dropping music soon because now she popping out everywhere. Question is, will she be on Iceman? Oh, here's the thing. I was and I'm gonna put out the video today before Iceman. I was hell bent on saying yes, but that interview mentioned nothing about music. She didn't say I'm in the studio, like, oh, this next stuff that I got planned. I truly and honestly believe that she is going to spend the rest of this year helping Trump or trying to help Trump win the midterms. And that's November. So I truly do not believe, unless she already has stuff already done, but then by the time it comes out, it's going to be old music. So I don't think, before that interview came out, Darius, I said yes, I think she's on Iceman. And I think that, especially when I saw her with Iceman, but then I figured out what that was. I'll drop it on my Patreon. I'll figure out what the trademark and all that stuff was. But I'm telling you right now, that interview did not give me music anytime soon. She's like, whatever he needs me to do, I'll do. Like, she didn't say, oh, this new take on life. Now that I'm not afraid to come out and be who I am, this new music is gonna exemplify that. She mentioned nothing about music. So to me, I don't think music is on her mind right now. Right, what she's saying is, no. Well, when that, okay, it was back in January. Okay, it got released when? Now, May. She's saying in that music, right? Because remember, if it's in January, people were still talking about her coming out in March. She didn't mention nothing about that album that she said what she was coming out with, and then didn't put it out. And I already told y'all, not only is she dealing with that, but she's got issues with her label. She has issues with her label. So that would have to be rectified real fast. And then to me, because you have to remember, and y'all gotta remember this. This is very important. She is now MAGA, right? And what does MAGA say? MAGA is, oh, we're Christians. We're Christian nationalists, right? So she basically came and said, oh, I'm a different person. I turned my back on God, but now I'm giving my life back to God. So what is that telling you? If she's giving her life back to God and she's telling all these Christian nationalists that she's giving her life back to God, she can't come back and say, I can dick it, I can ride it, put the dick up inside it. She can't come back and say that. She can't come back with that music. She can't come back with that music. So that means she's going to have to come back with new material, more family friendly rap, if it's going to be rap. Because you have a bunch of MAGA people, right? You got a bunch of MAGA people that saying, oh, she's a Christian now. And they shit on that type of music. They shit on Cardi B. They shit on Megan Thee Stallion. They call them ghetto hoes. So Nicki Minaj is now MAGA. She cannot now come back with the same type of music she was making. You know? So that's another thing. So I mean, hell, on Pink Friday, she had a record with the gospel lady. And I'm just saying, To me, right, the older people who were not into Nicki Minaj, but now they're just following up because Alex Brusovich. That's another thing. Did I or did I not tell y'all that Alex Brusovich was her new handler? I told y'all. He was there for this interview, sitting right next to her. Alex Brusovich is her new handler. He's her new PR person. He's going to make sure that she answers questions and keep herself out of legal trouble. That's the reason why she answered the questions about Jay-Z the way she did. And she made it more of like an opinion than a fact. There was a reason for that. That wasn't random. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why she didn't mention Jay-Z owes her $100 million. Wouldn't you think that would be something perfect timing in Time magazine that you can go public with? That would really put pressure on Jay-Z and Rock Nation because now it's out there in Time magazine, one of the biggest magazines ever. But she never mentioned it. That was on purpose. Because Alex probably told her, now, if you don't got the backing to back up what you say, and you put in Time magazine that Jay-Z and Rock Nation stole money from you and Live Nation stole money from you, and they owe you $100 million, we're setting ourselves up for a lawsuit if you don't have that proof. So be very careful what you say. And that's why she said in that interview, they said her allegations that they sabotaged her through Rock Nation. But there was never no mention of when she came on and said Live Nation stole her tour money. There was never no mention of uh, Jay-Z owing her money. There was never no mention of it. And it's not in the courts either. I can see if you know what, oh, she's being quiet because she filed a lawsuit. There's no lawsuit. And there's not going to be a lawsuit. Because I don't believe she has the financial backing or the technical, I don't believe she has the paperwork to prove that he owes her money. And people also have to remember, hold on. Let me look up something. People got to remember something. What is, hold on, a comic debt? So, if y'all remember, when she first made her initial claims against Jay-Z, this may have went over a lot of people's head. She said, so because of that, Jay-Z, I feel as though you're going to need to pay this karmic debt. A karmic debt says unresolved lessons, negative actions, or unhealed patterns from past lives that a soul must face and overcome in the current lifetime. So she was letting you know right then that it's not really, technically, he doesn't owe her that money. She said it's a karmic debt. She said it's a common debt. So that's not even really a real debt. Basically saying key aspect unresolved or past actions arising from harmful behaviors, neglected responsibilities, or selfish acts in previous incarnations. So basically saying, because of your past, you should pay me to make up for your previous incarnations. That's what a karmic debt is. So that's probably one of the reasons why she's not mentioning the money now. See, it's easy on social media. You can get people talking, you can get buzzing. Oh man, she mentioned Jay. Jay-Z owes $100 million, right? Can y'all still hear me? Yeah. So, like I said, I got a video coming where I do a full breakdown of that interview. All right. Now, a lot of people are saying, I'm seeing people saying, "Oh yeah, I get it, Nicki. It's family safety first or what have you." She mentioned in the interview about once again going to invite Gavin Newsom and Gavin Newsom not helping her and her son felt scared or whatever. And again, I get it, but again, again, um, celebrities get swatted every day, B. Right? And some are bigger than Nicki Minaj, some aren't as big as Nicki Minaj. Right? But one thing that they do not have in common with what Nicki Minaj did is that none of those celebrities went to the governor or went to their governor. The governor, now maybe he could have did a better job explaining this. Maybe he just didn't answer her or whatever. Maybe he could have did a better job explaining it. But governors have nothing to do with you're getting swatted. Nothing. Taylor Swift has been swatted. Justin Bieber's been swatted. Those streamers get swatted all the time. None of them ever went to the governor and said, "Hey, I'm rich and famous. I shouldn't be swatted. I've been swatted 2, 3 times. Cardi B's been swatted 2 or 3 times. She can go to governor." The governor has nothing to do with your house being swatted. It don't matter who you got in your house. You have to go through the local police or the local SWAT team or the FBI if need be. But the governors are not going to care or fix your issue. Their job is to change the laws. Maybe they can change the laws as far as swatting goes or what have you. But governors are not going to be bothered with issues such as swatting. So of course she's got a bunch of blind witnesses, and they oh she tried to go to the Democrats, and that's not the right place to go. It wasn't the right place to go to the Democrats for your swatting. You have to go to the police. If that don't work, you go to your SWAT team. If that don't work, you call the FBI. Telling your governor is not going to do anything. A governor's not going to touch that. But her fan base won't think about that. They'll just say, "Oh, she said she tried that. She asked Democrats for help. They wouldn't help her. You got to ask the police for help." Just like Taylor Swift had to do. Just like Justin Bieber had to do. Just like what's that streamer, white boy Aiden Ross? I think he's been um doxxed. A whole bunch of people have been doxxed, but they got to take the right protocol. And none of them went to a governor except her. So what she thought was, or maybe what she wants people to believe is, I'm a famous celebrity. I've now been doxxed 3 times or swatted 3 times. So the governor should step down and do something for me because I'm this big celebrity. No, that's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. None of those other celebrities. Taylor Swift is bigger than Nicki Minaj. Taylor Swift didn't call no governor. Miley Cyrus didn't call the governor. Justin Bieber didn't call the governor. They all got it worked out with the local police, SWAT team, or FBI. They don't get the governor involved in that. But again, her fans don't know that, or they do know it, but they just don't want to pay attention to it. This whole thing about Gavin Newsom was all a ploy to get into MAGA, to go public with MAGA, because it's not to get into MAGA, and she wants to use that, and her fans want to use that as, well, she tried to be a Democrat. She tried to ask the Democrats for help, but they wouldn't help her. So that's the reason why she went to MAGA. No, no, no. She was already MAGA. She said in the interview, she was so don't say that the only reason that she went MAGA is because of Gavin Newsom. No, no, no. She's already been a conservative for years. She admitted it. She voted for Trump the first time. Oh, but she can't vote. But she was pro Trump on his first go round. But she just didn't want to say it, which she admitted in the interview. So there was nothing to go to. She used that as a reason to go public and say, "Oh, Gavin Newsom didn't help me. I reached out to him. He didn't help me. So now I'm just going to be myself and let everybody know that I'm MAGA." And then even since she went MAGA, she had the trust pass out of her house. So going MAGA didn't help that. Some crazy man still popped up at her house. You got to work with the police when it comes to stuff like that. MAGA ain't gonna help you stop people from trespassing on your home or stop people from swatting your home. MAGA can't help you with that. Like I said, I didn't get up here. I gotta finish the video. The video is for her trademark and what the diamonds and stuff mean. Right now, I'm gonna give it a 10% chance that she's on Iceman. Now he did have a lot of Wayne references. Maybe that, he didn't have any Nicki references in his songs I heard, but he had a lot of Wayne references. So maybe is that a sign that maybe Wayne is on there? Who knows? Well, again, Elite Leo, I know publicly she bashed Melania, but again, you know, But then again, you might have a point there because if you were down with Trump the first time, why bash Melania? Hmm, that's you have a point there. You have a point there. Instead of just saying nothing, I know she can go to Trump and say, "Hey, I'm gonna bash your wife, but I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna bash her on live. But don't get offended. I'm only kidding." Yeah, you got a point there. You got a point there. So, mm, mm, mm. Well, she said I voted for Mitt Romney. So all the time she was saying she voted, she was lying because they said she couldn't vote. But anyway, very interesting with that interview. I do a video where I break down the entire interview where she never mentioned music. So if I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, which I'm a fan of her music, and I'm interested in hearing the next phase of music of how she's going to, you know, transition to she's what now 43. I want to hear what a 43-year-old Nicki Minaj sounds like after the whole MAGA situation, everything like that. I was hoping that on Iceman we can get the two artists who's pretty much was casted out for different reasons. Drake was pretty much casted out because of the battle and because he sued, and then Nicki Minaj was pretty much casted out because of the whole MAGA situation and what have you. I was kind of hoping, and then Wayne felt casted out because he didn't get the Super Bowl, and I was hoping that we could come back and either, if not all three of them, at least Nicki and Drake. Now, again, they have records together. Some will never come out. Some may come out later. But I'm gonna say right now, gun to my head, I'm gonna say no. Gun to my head, she's not on Iceman. Now, I could very well end up with my head blown off. I could end up with my head blown off, Darius. I know that's not what you want to hear, but again, just because I said I have not heard anything about, and then that interview is what sealed it for me. I don't think if I didn't see that interview, I probably would have a different opinion right now and say, yeah, I think she's gonna be on Iceman. But because of that interview, they didn't even touch on music. And if trust me, if she had music coming soon, she's talking to Time magazine, she would have said, "Oh yeah, to my fans, just be on the lookout. We got something coming up big." But she didn't give her barbs nothing to look forward to as far as music goes. And the only thing she said was, "I'll help Trump in whatever he needs me to do." So if he comes in and says he needs her to help campaign and help, but she's not going to have time to do no music. She's not going to have time to do music. Now, I do believe, like most of them, I do believe that if Nicki Minaj went into it, remember one night she was playing songs that never came out. She's got time now. She wants to go and do that, but I don't think she wants to do that. She don't want to go put together an album full of a bunch of songs that was 10 years old. She's got songs with Future. She's got songs with Drake. Um, she's got other songs with Uzi. She's got songs with Wayne, right? So sure, if she wanted to go and piece together an album just to put out an album, but I don't think she wants to do that because number one, the songs are gonna all sound outdated. The songs are gonna all sound outdated, and again, it's gonna be the old Nicki Minaj, and she can't really, while she is doing her MAGA thing, she can't afford to have that image because the MAGA people, the ones who call themselves Christians and was dissing Nicki Minaj's music before she became MAGA, they're gonna be like, okay, you haven't changed. You told us you were a Christian now. So it's a weird time for female rap because Nicki is falling back. You got Lotto retiring and nobody really cared. I'm like, what? You're retiring? Retiring from what? Like she put the one album out, so now she's putting out this Big Mama album and she's saying she's retiring? Girl, I guess. Lotto, Lotto is a good looking woman. She got a fatty and she can rap. But to me, just to me, out of all the girls, even though Lotto is in the top echelon when it comes to rapping and bars, to me, she's in the bottom when it comes to artists. Like Lotto can't make songs. The song the song the only great song that she made was the one that was the Mariah Carey spinoff, the playoff with Mariah Carey. Other than that, she doesn't really have any songs I would never hear after the Mariah song. I have not heard Lotto on the radio since after the Mariah song. So she is not for when it comes to making songs. She's not a great song maker. She's not a great performer. And again, when it comes to straight bars, when it comes to rapping, yes, Lotto can rap. She knows how to write bars. She knows how to put bars together. She can rap. If you want to tell me to name the females, the top five freestylers, or go on Flex or go on the LA Leakers or whatever, yes, I'm gonna put Lotto up there. But when it comes to artists, and a lot of people don't get when I say this, they think I'm saying, "Oh, she's better than Lotto." No, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I enjoy Ice Spice's records way more than Lotto. To me, Ice Spice is a better artist than Lotto. And I know a lot of people don't get that. They don't understand when I say that. But an artist is more than just rapping. An artist is a combination of things. Your look, your sound, your style, your package. That makes up an artist. It's not just rapping and selling records. It's everything. Ice Spice is a better artist than Lotto. Sorry. Sorry. And she can't hold the candle to Lotto when it comes to rapping. But I never give up for a Lotto song. Never. I'm out in a club and a Lotto song comes on, I'm not going crazy. But a couple of them Ice Spice songs come on and the club go up. Lotto's not a good performer. She's a boring performer. Mhm. I don't know how y'all feel about that, and I don't know whether y'all understand what I'm saying. But I'm not saying that Ice Spice is a better rapper than Lotto. I'm not saying that. There's no way I'm saying that. She's nowhere close a good rapper, but the package is better. The songs are better, right? So I don't know whether this retirement thing, maybe she's going to retire from being the same Lotto. Maybe that's what she means by that. But Lotto isn't even, is she even 30 yet? Or she just turned 30? And this is what, her first full album, or did she put out? Yeah, that album before that was an album. So she has one album out. You're going to put out your second album and then retire? I don't know, man. It's not better than, again, you're not understanding what I'm saying. I did not say she's a better rapper than Lotto. There was no way I would say that. She's not a better rap, but them numbers came out. Her numbers was right there with Lotto's numbers. Her numbers was right there with Lotto's numbers. And again, like I said, I'm gonna listen to Ice Spice before Lotto. That's just me, and a lot of people feel that way. Ice Spice songs are better than Lotto songs. I didn't say she's a better rapper. Of course not. It's not even close. But Ice Spice's songs are better than Lotto's songs. They are. Again, like I said, if you're not going to understand what I'm saying when I say that, then it's really the conversation is moot. Really. Again, take rapping out of it. That's a portion of it. That's a portion of it. When it comes to just straight rapping, no, of course not. When it comes to freestyling, no, of course not. But it's the same thing with, it was always the same thing with Madonna and Cyndi Lauper, right? When people say Madonna is a better artist than Cyndi Lauper, people are like, you crazy. She can't out sing Cyndi Lauper. I didn't say she could out sing Cyndi Lauper. I didn't say she can out sing. And that's just like Britney couldn't out sing Christina. But Britney Spears was a better artist than Christina Aguilera. She wasn't a better singer, but she's a better artist than Christina Aguilera. Maybe if I put it that way, you'll understand it. To me, and the numbers are pretty much even. So the numbers are pretty much even. Lotto had the big record, the Mariah Carey record, and then remember, she had the record with the K-pop dude. Ice Spice had the big record with Nicki. She had the big record with Taylor Swift, and then she had the big record with Pink Panthers. So when it comes to charts and stuff like that, and the sales, they're pretty much even. They're pretty much even. But I'm saying me personally, right? Me personally, if Ice Spice drops and Lotto drops on the same day, same time, right? If Ice Spice dropped tonight at midnight and Lotto dropped tonight at midnight, and they said you can only listen to one, you can only listen to one of them, Ice Spice or Lotto, I'm choosing Ice Spice. Because if nothing else, the song is going to sound better to me. Again, we're taking rap skills out of it. You know? Lotto's not a good artist to me. Glorilla is a good artist. Now, she ain't better than Glorilla, right? And Glorilla can't rap like Lotto either. But Glorilla smokes her when it comes to being an artist. Smokes her. And Glorilla can't rap like Lotto either. But Glorilla, over the last 3 years, who's put out more bangers than Glorilla? Over the last 3 years, as a female rapper, who's put 3 to 4? Let's say 3 to 4. Who's put out more hits, more bangers than Glorilla? Yeah, but the beats, it don't matter if the song is trash. Songs can have hot beats. The songs can have hot beats, but the song can still be trash. Just the beat could be hot. Lotto's had a few songs that had hot beats to it, but I was like, oh, she gonna kill this. And she come on song, I'm like, that didn't move me at all. And the beat was fire. There was a couple of joints of Lotto, and I said, oh man, she gonna kill this. And the song went nowhere. It's about how you sound on the beat, how you present yourself, how you sell yourself on that beat. Am I convinced what you're telling me? That's a part of being an artist. Am I convinced what you're telling me? That's a part of it. You got to be a salesman too. Like a salesman is a part of being an artist. right? And then we got Cardi B responding back to the backlash she received, or people talking about Stephon Diggs and her being on camera. And she said, "Oh, sometimes I forget I'm a celebrity. Well, y'all ain't never argued with your man over being hungry." Cardi, stop it. Stop it. You see, I love Cardi B, right? I love her come up story. I love her work ethic. You know, I love the way she looks. I love a lot of her music. I don't love everything, but I love a lot of her music, right? But sometimes the the gaslighting and the bullshitting and the capping, it just gets too much for me. I perceive that she's capping. I don't think you be going off like that. You probably have a smile on your face if you was just hungry. Like, I gotta get some food. Like, it wouldn't be no. That didn't look like no friendly argument about no food, especially his body language, the way he was standing, the way he was looking. Like, here we go again. That was about a bitch. That wasn't about no damn bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Stop it. That was, oh, and you do this again. Oh, and I so and so, you already embarrassed me enough, and now you do this again. Oh, now you got the nerve to still be talking to that hoe. That's the type of argument that looked like to me. That didn't look like no, oh, could you hurry up? I'm starving. We gotta go to Dunkin' Donuts. I need to get me a bacon, egg, and cheese. That didn't look like that type of argument. Y'all ain't gonna be out. She came up in his face like, stop, stop. I'd rather Cardi just say no comment. I'm not gonna comment every time me and my nigga get into an argument. It's nothing. That's it. That's it. It was nothing. Couples argue all the time. It was nothing. That's all. Before the, oh, you never argued over your nigga about food, about when you're hungry. Stop. Stop. You gonna get back with the dude. You're gonna be arguing out in public. You're gonna have to expect people to be like, what were they arguing about? I wonder what they're fighting about now. Mm, mm, mm. Again, I'm all about the music, music. Reaching out to the police. Um, Hopefully, we'll get some more music from Cardi. She's saying that she feels as though she could come out with something else at the top of of next year, top of 2027. This tour really put a battery in her back, which is always good because I'm all about the music when it comes down to it, right? So anyway, we'll be back tonight. Hey, what's up, Crimson? We'll be back tonight. Like, we'll stream until Iceman drops. We'll go over some of the tracks. We can go over some of the tracks live, but they really, really, really um, hit me. They're gonna hit me hard as far as dinging my account with the Iceman stuff. I played a little bit of it on my stream, and they blocked it, so I had to go and remove it from the stream. Okay. But here we go about Drake, and it's going to go into the whole thing with. We're going to go into the whole thing about him moving on, right? About her moving on. And another thing is the whole Lizzo thing. We'll go over Lizzo later on because fans are saying, "Oh, Nicki was minding her business," and Lizzo was man. Again, you can't have it both ways. Like is Nicki the only one allowed to mention people who haven't mentioned her? Because shout out to my girl Milagro, and she said, "Oh, was Nicki not minding her business when Lizzo spoke up?" I mean, the first thing is Lizzo, with her comments a few months ago, she didn't say anything negative about Nicki Minaj. She just said, "You're gonna notice more people going over to that side." And was Lizzo lying? No, she was not. You see how people are like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that Justin Bieber is this, and I can't believe this." So what Lizzo said was 100% correct. She said because of the money, you're going to be surprised how many people you see over on that side. And she was right on the bean when she said that. She had basically said when they asked her comment, she said, "What I'll say is this." She really didn't comment at all about what she felt about her being MAGA. She just said a lot of people are going to start switching sides that you never expected because the money is better over there. And everybody got mad at her, but she was telling the truth. Look at what you see now. A lot of people going MAGA. Everybody was calling Lizzo fat because she was telling the truth. So she basically said, I don't know what she said about me. Let me see.
I think that other people's opinions of me are not my business. So I don't really know what exactly was said about me.
Yes, you do.
But I do know that there were some things said about me
She called you fat.
from her on the internet. I
She said fat Lizzo lost 300 pounds just to sell 300 albums. So hope that helps, Lizzo.
am choosing not to know about that. I don't want to know.
No, you know
what
about
I
it.
mean? Because at the end of the day,
You know about
like
it.
it's not gonna make a difference. It's not gonna make a difference to my everyday life. Whether someone likes me or not, or whether they say something mean about me or not. I just have to keep it pushing. I hope that's a sufficient answer. It's like a lot of people talk shit about me on the internet. A lot of people. People I actually know. People I personal relationship have talked shit about me on the internet like I'm just a random celebrity to them. It's bizarre. Like, I think, I'm like, how is you cool? Like, I actually know you. Why are you talking about me to go viral? It's weird. I'm not talking about Nicki Minaj when I say this. I don't know Nicki Minaj personally. I do not have a personal relationship with Nicki Minaj. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about people I had a personal relationship with. Please.
I'm glad she said that because they were gonna run with it. Oh, she said, oh, she called you a hoe, Nikki, and then, they were gonna run with it. She said people that she had personal relationships with. Again, what are we doing here? Is it okay to talk about people who ain't talk about you, or it's not okay, or is it only okay for certain people? Like, what are we doing? Either if you're minding your business, shouldn't nobody mention you, or somebody can mention you if somebody asks them a question, or you can only mention certain people. Like, you got to be making us. You can't mention people who worth more than you. What is it? Because it can't be one way for one side and another way for another side. A lot of people get mentioned, and on the Jay-Z get mentioned every day, and don't be talking about nobody. Dame Dash, Nicki Minaj, Oskino, 50 Cent, all these people swinging, Kanye West, all these people swinging on Jay-Z balls. And he don't never say nothing. The Haven, academics. Jay-Z probably got 10 people at one time mentioning him. And he ain't said nothing to nobody. So do those rules apply for Jay? Oh, Jay-Z's minding his business and people talking about him. If they apply for Nicki or if they apply for anybody else, do they apply for Jay too? Or you just get to mention Jay whenever you want for engagement? Because if minding his business had a picture, it would be Jay-Z. Nicki, DeHaven, Kanye, Dame, Oskino, MIA, 50 Cent, um, that's what, 8 people, academics, all these people is making it very tough for Beyonce to have any cock left for herself. Because y'all niggas will not get Jay-Z cock out your mouth. Save some for Beyonce. Jesus Christ. Every day they say something about this nigga. Every day they got a Jay-Z take. If he's not the best, talk about the best. If Jay ain't the best, why are you wasting so much time talking about him? Talk about who the best is. Said, oh, Jay-Z, he's never been the best in no era. Oh, name me so Jay-Z song. Name me a time when Jay-Z was the best. Oh, Jay-Z don't move the culture. Jay-Z, 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 Jay-Z. Every single day. Just hoping he respond back to one of you. If he's not the best, okay, leave him alone. If he's not the voice of the culture, why you talking about him? Then don't listen to him. Oh, who made him the voice of the culture? Obviously you, if you think he's the voice of hip-hop. He never came out and said, I'm the voice of hip-hop.
Not clip this and make this into something.
So, that's it for that. Your boy Heaven Hollywood. Like, comment, subscribe.